All right, I'm back with Jordan Simone. We're going to do rapid fire. Hopefully get him to laugh at himself, maybe even break down and cry a little bit. No,
Let's
just
do
kidding. Just kidding. Okay. What are you reading or listening to right now that the audience would enjoy?
Of course, a Joe Rogan Experience, as everybody in America is listening to Joe Rogan.
Okay, if you could meet any person for dinner, who would it be and why? Like, think of like more the mentoring type thing.
I would meet my grandfather, who passed away quite a while ago. Who I was just telling you started our company's family business, patriarch of our family. You know, like from Italy, set us up, set the whole family up for generations.
Really,
So,
you're not a Polak? I thought Simone was Polish.
Italian,
I know.
Italiano.
You know.
No, I was.
So you never got to meet him, or what?
No, I definitely spent a lot of time with my grandfather. I just miss him. And I was 21, I think, when he passed away.
Mhm.
When you're a 21-year-old kid, you know, what you're thinking when you're 21 versus when you're 32 is way different. Now that I'm an adult with kids, I'd just love an opportunity to sit down for dinner with him and talk about, you know, what he went through, you know, to find success.
That's cool. What movie could you watch over and over again?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I'm a comedy guy, 100%. So anything Adam Sandler, all aboard. But my favorite comedy has got to be The Other Guys. It's a great one. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell. So
Oh yes, I know which one you're talking about.
where they're cops.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, but
I forgot all about that one.
yeah, it's a classic.
What's the one crazy thing you'd like to do if there were no consequences?
Rob a bank.
That's a new one. Haven't heard that one before. Okay, maybe you did take one too many hits to the head.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What would you like to be remembered for?
Somebody that was a great friend and worked really hard.
Cool. Unlike your grandfather's answer, this one's a little different.
Mhm.
Who's your favorite person in the world right now and why?
My wife, because she's a superhero and had 2 kids come out of her. And when you see that, you go like, whoa, that's pretty tough to do. And then just like the battle of raising 2 kids as a mom is, I mean, this one is going to be sent straight to her phone when we're done. So just send me this clip so I can send it to her so get some brownie points.
That's all I'm here for. That's
Yeah.
just marriage reconciliation.
Clip it, send it to the wife.
All right. Like our previous conversation,
Mhm.
what occupation, other than what you're in, would you think you like to have tried or are you destined for? You're young enough that you can answer this in a number of ways. Apart from the sportscasting.
I would say, yeah, besides being a sports commentator, coaching is probably just a natural fit, being a football coach. I think I could have been a great football coach. Just the time commitment is what I wasn't thrilled about, and being away from my kids as much as that profession is. But
this one's a little bit more cerebral when I ask this. It's the question is what did you learn recently? And it doesn't have to be recently, but I always try to ask the guests one of those more aha moments. Like you never know when it is, but has there been anything in the last year where you just go, wow, that was really humbling?
I would just say being a relatively new dad, you know, I have a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old. I would say just patience with raising kids is a big deal, you know, and just with family in general, being patient with your significant other and you know, I think patience is a big deal. That's something that I've had to learn because I'm go all the time. So being patient with kids and trying to just learn to step back in the tough times and go like, okay, what really matters here?
Well stated. Don't overthink this one. First thing that pops in your mind, fondest memory as a kid.
Competing with my brother in the backyard.
Why did I not see that coming?
Yeah. Always competing.
Are you a foodie?
I mean, I love to eat food, yeah.
But are you a cook?
Not a good one, no.
All right. So then back on the foodie side.
Yeah.
What's your go-to? Like if you and your wife got to go out for dinner.
Restaurant Vicina, right down the street here.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Vicina?
No.
Oh my God, JJ. Go to Vicina tonight. It's maybe the most unbelievable food I've ever had.
All
It's so good. I mean, if you want to go for like a relatively like good, solid dinner, go. Drinks are great. Food is off the charts.
Coming from an Italian?
Yeah. And I mean, you talk to a real foodie, they'll tell you the same thing. That place is special.
This is a loaded question, especially for you with all the coaches you've had.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the best advice you've ever been given?
God, that is such a loaded question. I mean,
Or just think of one or two that just really,
mhm.
like where you take away. I was thinking about what you said, like Pete Carroll, or even what Todd Graham had told you, or like if there's just one or two that just come to mind.
Oh my gosh. I would just say, man, the lessons I learned from football about, like you choose how you want to be. You can choose your energy when you wake up. If you want to, take on the day with, some energy and passion, or if you want to try to let, kind of wimp out that day, you kind of choose how you're going to be and react to situations. Gosh, that's such a loaded question.
No, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I'll keep going. What skill do you think everyone should have?
The ability to listen.
Did you say something?
Do people say that one often?
No.
Yeah.
No, it comes up quite frequently.
I would just say, yeah, you got to, sometimes you got to just sit back and listen.
I've tried to today.
Which is what you're good at, apparently.
No, it's funny. The irony is I wasn't a good listener. Being in this chair makes
you
a better listener.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, I want to bring this up because people have always asked, like when Robert and I started MAC Bleu, and then when he started doing his thing and I did our thing, not because there was any acrimony, of quite the contrary, we're great friends. But the thing said when Robert left was, JG, will you get a co-host? And I thought I was going to need one because I wasn't a good listener. I still am not.
Yeah.
But this makes me a better listener by sitting here. So, because I'm wired like you.
Yeah.
I want to go 800 miles an hour and ADD, ADHD, Asperger's, call it which, blah. I'm on the spectrum in 10 different ways, right? So, but forcing me to sit here and listen to you has helped me in my own business at times.
Yeah.
I still need to work on the personal family side better. That's my wife will attest 100 times. But no, it's a great answer. All right, last one, then I'll let you go. What's your guilty pleasure other than golf?
You know what? You're going to hate this answer, but I love running. I'm an avid runner. So like if I can get out of the house and go for like an hour run, that's kind of my muse. That's where I can kind of rewire everything in my head.
Is it tough? Is it tough being a recovering athlete with all the injuries you've had to stay engaged physically and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The exercise aspect?
I would say.
Or do you think it's easy for you?
I'd say it's easy for me because I've done it my whole life. The injuries definitely don't help, but
you've been trained to go through them too.
100%. And I would say the one constant that I will always have is that I will always work out, because the minute I stop working out is when things start crashing and burning, in my head. I would say not in like a terrible way, but I just like I'm a little less patient with my kids. I'm a little like, quick to anger at work, or I'm quick to, versus when I'm working out.
Well, let me pick that scab further, because that's what I wanted to ask you. Is it as much about the endorphins and the mental state as the physical part?
It's only the mental state for me.
Right. You don't.
Yeah.
You're obviously fit.
Physically, I got to a point when I played football that I was stronger than I've ever been. Like I will never reach those numbers again. So it's not about me being able to bench as much as I can or squat. It's so much about clearing the mental space. And, this as a business owner and somebody that is active, you start to get bogged down with so many things that you're thinking about every single day with family and personal and, and business and this, I got to make this decision, versus like going on a run for 30 minutes or an hour, and just kind of like it helps you collect your thoughts and, put everything together, and then you feel a little bit better than you did.
That's a wrap, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.